Thank you.
Okay, I'll be about an hour.
Recording in progress.
Good morning. It is 8:42. Today is Friday, June 25th, and this is a meeting of the Master Plan Committee. And I will do a roll call of those present. Karen Clement.
Yes.
Don Hayes.
Present.
Bill Rideout.
Present.
Andrea Wood.
Present.
And I am Kim Craven. And it is great to see everybody. And so glad that we're back into a remote meeting allowed state, because once that was taken off our calendars to get in person, we're not syncing up. So let's get these done. And we can get back on track. We certainly did lose a couple weeks. So checking in, I don't know that I have anything to add or delete, so we can get into the meeting itself for today. If we want to talk about, we don't have the minutes from the past meetings. We'll have to catch up on those. General discussion. Karen, if you want to talk a little bit about where some of your efforts have been, and then we can kind of go down to everybody else.
I'm just tracking down Todd to get the additions to the water information, and that's about, I think, all I was assigned to for further information.
Okay. Bill, anything on your end?
I did send some edits to you after the last after the last meeting about Karen's climate chapter.
Yes, I got that. I believe that was June 9th that you sent those. So I have been trying to keep up with different edits to integrate those in. Beth has been sending some along too. They've been mostly small things that we would kind of keep to the end anyhow, like typographical ones. Happy to have
right.
them, those edits now that Beth has sent along. But there hasn't been anything that I've seen. You all have gotten those updates as well that I felt was, overly substantial, that we needed a total redirect on anything. So anyone have any thoughts or impressions about that?
I agree with you. Most of everything was typographical errors, a comma here or a capital there. So that's okay with me. That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah. And Andrea, have you been getting those updates as well?
Yes.
Okay, terrific. Is there anything that you've seen that's concerning or worrisome based on any of the feedback?
No.
Okay.
I go along pretty much with what's been said.
Okay. And then Dawn, I know you were explaining it seems like you just got a computer back, so I don't know how much you've seen.
I went through and I started to sort things out, how many documents have come in communication. So I'm have not looked at anything yet.
Okay.
So I got a lot of catch up to do.
Okay. And certainly, if you want to have a meeting offline, I can catch you up on some different things as well that won't violate a quorum and kind of fill you in on a few of the meetings. There has been some activity with MRPC. I'm going to go ahead and bring those up for you. I just need to shut my email off. I think. Wait 1 second here. Okay. All right, so this is one of the maps that they sent along. We had talked about developable land and undeveloped land so we could get a perspective on that. Can everyone see this okay?
It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna slide down. I'll kind of move it around a little bit. Let me get it a little bit smaller so everyone can get a bigger perspective there. The key here, the gray looks a little purplish on some screens, is the developed land. The yellow kind of limeish color is the developable land. The pink is absolute constraints. And then the pale color here is partial constraints on the land. Anybody have any impressions or thoughts or questions that we should forward to MRPC on this particular map?
Looks good to me.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anyone else thoughts on this? All right. So I must be the only picky map person in the group. For me, the coloring is a little bit hard. Might be just my computer. I haven't printed it to see what it looks printed.
I have to say, Kim, that your descriptions of the colors were completely different from what I saw on my.
Tell me then. Tell me what you see.
Yeah. All right. I see developed land is dark gray. Can you scroll up a bit?
So that you can see the key?
Right.
Yeah.
Developable land is a light green. Absolute constraints is a pink, and partial constraints is a pale yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
So as long as it's really clear for everybody, because I'm guessing most people will be looking at this like in PDF on the computer. So that was one thought that I had, and I will print it to see what it looks like printed as well. Then my only thought is, do we need some type of overall boundary for our different districts? Would that be helpful or not?
I don't understand what you mean.
So the different areas of town that allow building with different size lots, the required land. And I don't know if that would confuse or help. Because when you look at some of this, so I'm going to go with areas that I know the best. So when you look at areas like this, you might say, oh, that's a lot of developable land, but the zoning requires higher acreage than other locations. So I'm just wondering, does this give us a false perception? Or maybe there's a way that I could ask MRPC to say what might be the total allowable units based on our current zoning. It's sort of just that relevance piece.
How many different lot size requirements do we have? I'm just wondering if you can do two different, it's kind of like a developable land, 2+ acres and whatever the other amounts would be, so that you still have developable land, but you show the size limitations to.
That would be an option too, to pull out the R1, R2 zonings separately. Maybe I could just talk to MRPC and see what their thoughts might be.
Yeah.
Or even, I think they should be able to, whatever they pulled from, might just be able to break it down into a table that says that this is actually the number of lots that would be available right now. So I can ask on either of those. Okay, so the next one is the open space. So there's a lot of different colors on this particular map. I'll just bring this up just a little bit. I can forward you all this as well. I should have thought to do that before the meeting. But here's conservation. You can see permanent. So that's permanent Townsend owned, land trust owned, state owned, historic society, other municipality. And then we've got the cemetery, the school, other unprotected historic society, and protected private. So for me, the color differentiation is pretty good. I think it shows, really good perspective of what is our permanently protected land. That's for sure.
So Kim, I'm confused. What is, if this purple is unprotected private, what is white?
I think it's just regular land.
Like, how come my house isn't unprotected private?
Isn't?
I mean, I'm in Timberley Park. Why is Timberley Park not unprotected private?
Because this is open space. I think all the rest would be where houses are, right?
All the white should be where houses are then.
Well, on my scale, it says it has white and it says limited cemetery.
Yeah, it's kind of a yellowish color.
Is it? On my
Real light.
all right.
Like a real light yellow. And the only place that it shows that is way up in the top left corner.
Okay.
Where
my
is that?
my
In the
vision
center of
picking
town.
it up is white.
Right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the only.
Kim, I would like something in the legend that says,
Yep.
box that says white, and then whatever the heck it is, whatever.
Okay.
I think under chapter lands, those are what the slash is.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 61,
61.
61A, 61B.
Yeah.
So in the legend, Bill, you just want one that says white, privately owned land or something to that effect? Or residential?
I'm not sure what the all-inclusive description of it is.
Not open space.
Right. Yeah, maybe that's why it's not
yeah.
included, because it's not open space.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get the point. It's kind of like you've got all the other colors identified, and this is the open space map. So it's just like trying to identify not open space, at least at this time.
I'm just checking to see if there's anything.
Well, yeah, if it's an open space map, then it's not going to include residential on the key, correct?
Right. So there's a road missing.
Is it one of the newer roads?
Um, 85. It's theirs, just doesn't have a name on it.
Okay.
But there should be some privately owned permanent open space
In that area?
right here.
Oh.
It might be under deed restriction rather than open space. So I'll look that up. But Bill made me curious to look at this a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems there's too much white space for it all to be residential property.
Right. I think
Too
it's
much space that's far from roads that, I mean, maybe.
so, again, going back, I can only do what I know to be true. So this is my dad's driveway. This is the land for him. Comes like that. And then these are privately owned homes along Main Street.
Right.
So it doesn't show the individual lots, but one of them goes to about here. And then there's a small down here. So it might not be all houses, but they're all individually owned places.
Okay.
But I'll get them to add some sort of note that the white is
Privately owned land.
privately owned land
Right.
/ homes. Okay. So other than that, this shows a bit of the limitations of our town, I think even more than the developable, undevelopable land, because you've got such a big swath in the green. I feel like it keeps getting bigger.
Well, didn't they say a third of our town is protected land?
Yeah, just when you see it, it's telling. So, okay, so I've got that one. And then the third map is the recreation. And here too, I think really illustrates the recreation trail opportunities. Of course, there's your rail trail bill.
Yep.
And it's purple, but showing all of the different existing trails that are there. I'm not sure I've seen this map before, like in anything else. So maybe, did you have it in the other open space plan? Do you remember?
No, because they've been working on the trail inventories. It's been in the past 5 years.
Yeah.
They've really been pushing it.
I think from a marketing perspective, this could really be useful. What do you think?
I like the way the trails extend into the other towns. So it really shows it's not just Townsend, but it's a whole.
It's a region.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see this being useful, Karen, if we can get someone to grab a hold of that electric charging station grant and find some town-owned land next to trails, which we know exists, to get those free charging stations. I think it would be wonderful marketing. So any additions, changes, or questions on this map?
Looks good to me.
Okay. Wonderful. And then they did give us just a key to what the places are for the active recreation and passive recreation to go along with that particular map. So that can be a table.
Were those numbers on the map? You can look up Craven Fields.
I don't know that you can see the numbers till you bring it up, but there they are.
Yeah, okay, the numbers are.
Yeah.
Did you want the trails marked that are owned by conservation or taken care of by conservation?
I don't think that's relevant to the, for a visitor point of view, or for, who controls what trails is.
Okay.
We do have on this map we have who owns it, but I don't know how that would. No, it's the other one. This one. Who owns what?
Okay.
If you ever wanted that, though, Karen, I bet it would be an easy layer to put those onto here, if that.
Yeah.
Just for
learned
awareness.
All of them when I was doing those trees at
Yes.
during the winter. So I learned who owned the town trails, who owned Conscom owned or Concom owned others. So I just learned a lot doing that. But yeah, Bill's right. It doesn't really make a difference. The trail's a trail.
It doesn't make a difference, like Bill said, to people wanting to use the trails, but it might make a difference to internal town folks that might see grants or opportunities related to trails to know which ones would be applicable to which kind of land.
All right.
Did that make sense? That if there's a grant that says town-owned land or state-owned land or privately owned land, someone would be able to look and see that.
But for this purpose,
Right.
people that oversee any of those know what trails they are in charge of, and that's the way they go. So yeah, no, it's the way it is fine.
Okay. And if you need it for your tree thing next year, you can compare the two.
Yeah, no, I had it. The town actually had a good map that I pulled up online. So
Okay. Okay. So that is sort of the end of our, hang on a second here. That is the end of the maps that we requested. So now we just have to talk about getting to the finish line. I'm still working on housing. Karen's still working on water. Andrea, I don't know if you've gotten through much more of that about section. I know that you were kind of reading it. But if there's a way that we can, if you need a printed copy to make red lines on, and then I can execute electronically your red lines or how best to handle that.
Kim, I missed what Andrea was reviewing.
Sort of the overall like about section about Townsend, some of the details, and one of her tasks was to go through and see which information was kind of conflicting because there was information from different spots.
Okay.
So that we can kind of circle that to draw MRPC's attention to those particular spots. I remember part of their task when they read it is to give us like, this is the data set that we're using, so that we make sure that, it's easy for them to see. Because there was populations ones those were the most notably that were different from source to source, and not that someone, no one did anything wrong from pulling from one source or the other because they're all publicly available sources, but we just have to decide which source we're using consistently through the document.
And appointed and elected committees and stuff, that was another one that was wrong, government participation. Yeah, I have that done. I will send that off to you.
Okay, wonderful. so then that's a section that we can circulate. I think I'm not sure when the planning board meets next. I think it's Monday. I'm not 100% sure. I could look quickly. But when I get that section from you, Andrea, I'll send it to everyone on our committee. We can review it and then get that one over to the board. And if I get the housing one over to everybody, do you think that we can do that, Andrea, and get it to everyone by like next Wednesday?
Oh, certainly.
Meet on Friday, or is everyone comfortable meeting again on next Friday?
I'm fine with next Friday.
Let me just check. Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Okay.
Same time?
Yes.
May needs to do the same alarm clock.
Yes. Not a problem.
Thank you.
Karen and Don work for you?
Yep, works for me.
So that's Friday, July 2nd, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So I will, Beth is back on Monday. I will make it a point. I'll call her. Make sure there's no other changes. I'll get the integrated ones that I have from, you've seen them all, but we'll get them all kind of together and sort of repackage them, if you will. Like you have the old sections that I'll start a brand new document with all of them so that you can see them in the spaces. And I can, if I drop the maps in, I'll have to use Dropbox to get it to you all, or if I just put the map name in, which do you prefer? Maps in or just the map names in?
I prefer to see the whole thing, but
Okay.
and I'm fine with Dropbox, but if anybody else is not comfortable with Dropbox.
Are you okay with Dropbox, Karen?
I think the simpler, the better. So
Okay.
you can send it just to us in normal form, just even if you, can you just put it into the body of the report and then we're not doing Dropbox at all?
It will be too big to email.
Okay.
I don't mind running over with a thumb drive if I need to, for folks that don't, can't use Dropbox, or I can walk everyone through. It sends it will notify you in an email, and then you download it like out of a folder. So it's not too bad. I can walk people through it. And if that doesn't work, we can meet up with a thumb drive.
Okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't need to install any software. You should just click on the link and.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that should be easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay. You got me a bit nervous.
So, okay.
So Kim, one question. What's the status of the economic development chapter? I know I sent you some.
Yes, I sent you my updates.
Parts of it. Or am I jumping ahead of the agenda?
Nope. I did make some additional edits to that one. So I'll get that one back to the group too, so that we can send that one along. So we'll have 3 next week to send along. Housing, about, and economic development. Sorry, that one's.
So 3 sent along to planning board?
The 3 sent along to all of you.
Okay.
So that we can kind of rustle through them Friday. Then
So that'll be economic development. What's the other ones? The other 2?
housing and about.
Housing and about. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, slow note taker today.
No worries.
She was hiding in your bedroom.
Is anyone on vacation the Friday of 4th of July week?
Walked down the hall and all of a sudden
No.
So Karen, do you want to request July 2nd?
Yes.
And then,
Do you want to do the other, like 2 more after that too? So while everybody's here today.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, summers are tough, so.
Yeah. So we got July 2nd, July 9th.
The 16th, I'm camping.
Okay.
So July 9th, July 23rd.
I can't do either the 16th or the 23rd.
Okay, and I can't do the 30th. So how about a different day of the week? I'm pretty good now. I only have Tuesdays and Thursdays that I can't do anything. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm now available. If that makes any difference to get this done.
Yeah.
So we've got the 2nd and the 9th, right?
Yes.
So do we need more than 2 ahead, or I mean?
I think because of our schedules,
Yeah.
that if we try to get all of them through July, and then let's try to be done.
Yes. Yeah, my grandkids are coming the 1st of August. I'm hoping we're really done in July.
All right.
Yeah.
So can we try to do something the week of the 11th then? Are you?
When is, Bill, after the 9th, when is a date that you can meet?
All right, just a second here. So I can do the 12th or the 13th, or anything on the week of the 26th through the 30th.
And Karen, you can't do the 30th,
No, I'm in New York.
that whole week?
The 28th through the 31st.
Okay.
Can we do a Tuesday morning at 27th?
I'm in Chelmsford with the baby.
Monday morning?
Monday morning, yes.
Perfect.
The 26th. Then.
26th.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody else, I'm sorry that too many grandkids. What can I say?
No, it's
Never too many grandkids.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd like to buy a couple more.
All right. So you think we can get it done in 3 days? The 2nd, the 9th, and the 26th would be our wrap up?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, obviously it will go to the planning board, and they'll, review it. Karen will review it. So, our final meeting might be in September after everybody reviews it. But for me, that feels manageable.
Okay. Everybody else think so too?
That would be good.
All right.
Okay.
The end is near.
Yes. And
why does that not sound positive, Karen?
Then we have to find another committee, right?
Oh, there I already have. No.
Yeah.
300's getting closer.
Yes.
Okay. So Karen, will you email and request those dates and then let us know?
I will. July 2nd, July 9th, July 26th.
Yep. And I would say you can go ahead and then post them all with Kathy.
Okay.
With the same agenda. And if something changes, we have enough time to update an agenda if we have to.
Okay. Perfect.
Did you want to check with Hartley while we have him on the call?
Oh, yeah, that would be good. Harley? Right. Right. But in the past, you were able to tell us if you already have something scheduled. That way we won't try to schedule. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Thank you. Friday, July 2nd at 8:30 a.m. Okay. Perfect. Oh, it will be done before that. Yes. Next one is Friday, July 9th at 8:30 a.m. Okay. And the final one is Monday, July 26th at 8:30 a.m. That's perfect. I will write to TCAM after we get off of this Zoom. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great. Anything else?
Yeah, so Kim, I went back and I checked my meeting minutes.
Yes.
And I sent them to you on May 28th, but I can resend them if you don't have them.
Yeah, I thought you had sent them that day, but then I went back to find them and I didn't see them.
So I can resend it if you wish.
Well, if you want, can you resend it and then you can just share it with us now and then we can actually review it and get that done? If you haven't, people have time.
Public safety email, Kim?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have everybody else's or will I reshare it from there? Or I can share screen.
I don't know. I don't like sending emails to the group, so.
Yeah, no, if you send it to me, I'll share it on the screen.
I just did.
Okay. I probably did is I probably put it in the folder. And so I was looking at my regular mail and not the master plan folder.
I don't take copious notes, so I can fit out. Brief and to the point.
Well, it'll be a good reminder of what we were all supposed to do, right?
Or guilt about what we didn't do.
Okay, so let me go back here. Here we go. Okay, can everyone see those? Take a few minutes to look at them. Oh, so climate, we didn't review your climate section. Bill, you had written some changes.
Pretty short, so whatever you could add, it would be great, but.
Yeah, and then does everyone want me to send that one over now to planning board?
Send which one? Sorry, Kim.
Climate.
But I mean, has anyone else reviewed it except for me?
You're the only one I got notes from.
Okay. So
we trust your judgment, Bill.
I just added a bunch of stuff about that municipal
vulnerability
or.
Oh, good. Okay.
Plan. And I basically stole a bunch of stuff from their stuff and said, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, because what I found, it was very short, so I'm very thankful that you were able to find something that kind of went in with the theme of it all.
None of it was my expertise, but this document was well written. So I figured, okay, I'll just steal their.
You know what? That works. Thank you. So you'll send climate to planning board, Kim, is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. One more thing down.
So is everybody all set with the minutes then?
You could drop the S off of my name where it says under minutes off my last name.
Oh.
No.
Just one of you.
It's probably.
Okay.
I spelled it right in the first line, Andrea.
Yes, I noticed. Thank you.
I did just get a note from Kayla at MRPC, and she changed the rail trail so that it's all consistent. She distinguished the existing portion of the rail trail from future expansion. And then she put them into P&G because she said that that would show up better. Okay.
So
Okay.
I move that we accept the rail trail minutes.
No, we can't do that
Why not?
because we're the master plan committee. You said rail trail.
Oh,
I'm glad I'm not the only one that's tired.
I move that we accept the master plan minutes from our meeting of May 28th as amended.
Second,
All in favor?
Andrea Wood, aye.
Bill Ryder, aye.
Karen Clement, aye.
Ron Hayes, aye.
Kim Craven, aye. So we are all in favor. And if there's nothing else,
My turn.
it is.
There you go.
I move that we adjourn at 9:20 a.m.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thanks, everyone. Karen, thanks for coordinating the meetings with TCAM, and we will see everyone next Friday.
Thank you. Bye.
There you go.